do this. Howdy, everyone. We're doing a little early today, yeah. Excuse Matt for being a little echoey, but he's in his garage
yeah. Well, I guess I do have fun with my too, but no, it's crap, but should have a better mic going now.
Yeah. Hey, it's definitely better than it was a little bit earlier. Yeah.
Part 4 of individual.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. I don't think so.
Did you ever even play?
Like, you could say there was, I guess you could say this is part 4 and a half. You go on Instagram, well, last week, or earlier this week, I don't know. Go on our Instagram, and I have some pump difficulties, but we're all sorted now. So, part 4.5, here it is.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Do we have anything else to say before we start here? What's going on this week? Do
Not.
have any discounts or anything? We still have the 50K sub difference, so
Yeah.
really upset.
Yeah, that's up.
Not 50K subs, but 50K members.
That Mother's Day contest will end tomorrow. I changed it so it was less. And then next week, probably Wednesday, Thursday, will be the Memorial Day newsletter. So anyone,
Stuff coming up.
yeah.
It's not right at this moment.
And I believe
So,
both the new Fantex distros are listed. I kind of got sidetracked on another project, so I had to.
and we gotta get this. We're working on an X120 except for leak strength and the colors.
Yeah.
We're not X120. It's really one. There's a backside of it. We have that coming. You guys were waiting for it, but yeah, like I said, we're big stuff coming up there. So stay tuned. There's always a BOCM going on, so that's still build.db. But yeah, it's still rough. So I guess I should preface. I haven't watched this for the first time yet. I mean, it looks like there's been water in there because like I said, I had to fill it, but all I did was fill up this and then pump it. But today is the day. Finally gonna actually fill it. So the pump works. Everything works.
Oh yeah, this was the one that was giving you the issues with the pump, right?
Yeah. Figured it all out, so. So there is actually like a tiny little bit of water in there because I did just put the pump on before we started this just to make sure. I
True.
didn't want to make a part 4.75 and really put the things off.
And stop spilling so much.
It gurgles. See, I was telling people on Instagram, like, when you're filling these, it's kind of a pain, so like I try to use as long of a fill tube as I can.
Yeah.
So that it kind of helps. What you could really do though is like put a T off here and like have another tube.
Just for air.
Up.
Yeah.
So that way it actually pulls air. Or not pulls air and it lets air out.
Yeah.
We're placing air at the moment, or we're trying to.
Yeah, so you don't have it combating going through the same tube. Yeah, we can see.
It's tough to tell, and I guess I should just tell it's on the back side of the case. It's honestly, looking from the front side, it's pretty uneventful.
That was pointless.
You really can't, but you can kind of see like 2 channels, and then I guess you can see the blocks, like there's that. But we'll do that. Make some light and stuff to come in at the same time. Because the whole thing is. But here goes nothing before we go. Look at that. The RGB works. Oh,
Looks beautiful.
look at that.
The most important part.
Get some more water in there, so. Go. Look at that. It's slowly going up that vertical one.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the second radiator. Come on, buddy. You might have to cycle it once.
You still got a few bubbles
A
coming
little
up.
bit more water in there. It's so close.
I'll say that those bubbles don't want to come out of there.
No, I mean, it's a D5. If it was a DDC, it'd probably just push right through, but see if adding just a tiny bit of water
Helps.
Is it enough pressure? Nope. That's okay. We got to the bio screen, so.
Just blowing it.
Blowing it? Yeah, that does it.
That cycled out a bunch of air, so that was.
Yeah, big bubble head.
Oh, there it goes. There.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And then we hit another bubble. Oh.
So you got no more water in there. Watch Matt kill his D5 pump in no time flat.
You friggin' that reservoir is a lot less.
Yeah.
It is going all the way through now, though. We have, well, I think we're gonna cycle it one more time now. There's a few.
Yeah, there's still.
Air pockets.
So
This is
there's.
actually surprisingly. Elliot, the Spectre version 1, I should say. The new Spectre is supposedly like way better. What I looked at it, the channels are way better. But this actually isn't too bad. If he could have made the reservoir hold a little bit more, it'd probably be easier. But you only got so much space.
Nah, like I said, I like the Wraith over the Spectre. I don't know why. It's just
Well,
my favorite. I mean, I don't like Spectres, but
you have bigger radiators, so it takes longer no matter what. The bigger system.
Mhm.
That definitely doesn't have a very big reservoir compared to like the system.
yeah, that is true.
Oh, one more power cycle.
Oh,
Look at that. Well,
there it goes. Look at all those air bubbles come out.
there we go. Now it's really putting bubbles out.
Yeah.
I gotta turn these fans down though.
I say you can see it coming up from the radiator.
Heck yeah, boys, look at that. Now she's just bleeding.
Yeah, Matt's known for breaking stuff, so.
What's that?
Ryu said, shame on Matt for running the pump dry.
Oh, it did go dry for like a second, but honestly, there's still fluid inside there. It
Yeah.
doesn't actually have a complete seal with water, then it's not putting anything. So, we're gonna put our handy dandy Aqua pressure valve. These things are cool. And you can press that and I'll release the pressure. So, now folks, you guys want to see the fun part?
Oh yeah, you gotta turn it around.
We're gonna turn this bad boy around. So, cord should be long enough.
I say you just move the camera in the end.
Yeah, I'll move
Oh. You had to cover it. It's a big reveal.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's the acrylic front. Yeah.
Dude, this is the stock.
Oh yeah, because it's
But
just
this
a.
stuff actually doesn't do that one. So.
Yes, it always tears.
Yeah, usually rip.
It's inevitable.
I don't know though, boys and girls.
Oh. There you go.
Do that.
Ah, so
Good
pretty.
stuff, beauty. Okay, so I guess we could make a part 5 if we wanted to add more RGB, but honestly, what do you guys think with this much RGB?
Nah.
Technically, the front thing isn't plugged in yet. We can figure out what to do. on accident plug-in, because that uses 4 pins, but maybe I pull it off, which because then I can plug it in there to help. Probably what I'll do. But aside from that, you can add a strip in the back, like right behind the motherboard, basically. Well, I don't know. This motherboard's got that strip in it.
Yeah.
That's where that light comes from. And the fans there's a fractal something or other. So they go with it. Oh, dude, and it works.
Oh, look, tempered out.
You know how much work it was to make it actually do that? Because to get this, right? So these things, they're really cool radiators. Like it in the whole output, super cool. However, stock form, this would have been upside down. I didn't want it on the vertical. Then, like, they have to hit your head. Nobody likes to hit in their head. So, I tried swapping the sockets. They come off not too hard, but it's pretty easy. However, you can't do that. They're not actually mirrored size. So, there is some modifications involved. But, if you do have it set, if like you don't have a Wraith, and you can set it up the other way, it works on. So, super cool little deal there. I do have a temp sensor in there, and you guys are gonna like this. Look at how it floats. Let's see it. Like, I'll pull the window off, but look at that drain.
It's like literally right there.
Yeah, dude, like the glass of the kids, the flat part of the drain. So, yeah. I think it turned out pretty good. Now, if you guys want to check out how we'll try to set up some basic things first. Like I said, I do have a temp sensor. It should be working. So as long as that's going on. Don't look at the screen right now. Like it. Look away. Or, you know what I'll do? No. There we go. A little better now.
Yeah, better-ish.
Okay. So, CPU fan error. Some people may ask, you know, like, which headers do you use? I never use CPU fan error. And then some people will come back with, well, then if you're pumping...
It doesn't want to focus on your screen. It's not focusing on your screen. Back up your camera some or something. See if it will focus.
Come on, buddy.
I feel like I'm drunk. Oh.
I know, dude, it's so bad. Just clean this thing, but... there we go.
It's just like the white of the letterings is so... Oh, that... Nope, went back. Oh, no.
Dude, I think James built in the Discord. One time on stream, I'm like, can we do that? We'll just go home. Dude. Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's the brightness behind us.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, not you guys. Just me. See if this will do it. Oh, come on.
We're gonna have to put a warning on this video for motion sickness.
Right? Dude, I think this would be so simple with this freaking Logitech camera. Oh, come on, baby. Yes! Stay! Okay,
I say the text is all still.
I can mostly see it-ish. I'm sorry if it's somewhat lame, but it's the best we can do right now. So, I can tell you what I'm doing. But I was saying how I don't use the CPU fan header.
No.
I'm using the chassis fan header.
It hates you.
Oh, wow. Seriously? Well, you know what I can do? Oh, no. I was going to say I can share my screen, but then I remembered.
You can screen share with me.
No, I'm in the BIOS. You can't share this screen.
No. For the chat. Go on mine and through Discord. Can't you share the screen with me? Then it will just be. Oh, never mind. It's not. Never mind. I'm losing my mind. It's not.
That's what I was saying. It's not the right computer.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I go into my camera settings,
Turn down your contrast. Like.
manually focus it.
Yeah. Well, I bet you if you turn down the brightness too, it might help because that white is like really bright.
How do I get to these settings? Hold on, folks. Bear with us. I'm sorry. Well, me, I guess. I'm terrible, apparently. Settings. Camera. What?
It's really just the webcam stuff, Ryu. It's not the Mac can do photos, but that's. And I mean, and you can shoot videos. And you can shoot videos.
I wish I could get into the webcam setting. Do you remember how to get to your camera sometimes when you're using it?
There is the Logitech app.
Here we go. Wait.
I'll say that's one way of doing it.
I have Logitech gaming software. Oh well.
The Logitech capture thing is the one that I have.
Logic Capture.
Yeah, it's like Logitech Capture is like the app that you can edit your camera settings in, or one of them at least.
Oh my Lanta. I don't even have it apparently. So yeah, I don't know. I think I do. I mean, I do have a video on. See, and then I'll focus on that just fine.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Thanks, camera. So, I mean, I'll play with these. We can chat some more. But I do have a video on like actually like that focus on the screen, and I show people how to do pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now. So, go on our channel, check that out. If Garrett's so inclined, you could link that right now. But yeah. So I was gonna try to show that to you guys. But, oh well. Logitech says no.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is does anybody have any questions about the build? I was gonna just kind of share my general thoughts, but if anybody has specific questions, feel free to ask. Overall, I really did like the case. I think mini ITX, no matter what, is always a pain in the butt to work with. So, in my opinion, there was a lot of frustration, but in the end, I think it was worth it with how it came out. I think it looks pretty nice. Definitely got to get the lighting right. Honestly, I'll probably just go with all white, but
it's good for its purpose. I mean, what you built it for and everything. It's.
Yeah, exactly. I'm putting it in my living room, so I wanted it to just kind of be neutral, and that's why. And I mean, here halfway for the fact that you really don't see too much of the water. I mean, you do see it in the blocks, so there is that. However, I think I'm gonna just run the distilled water and not even worry about doing some goofy color in it, and having to worry about cleaning it, because
Like, one distros are kind of a pain in the butt to clean if you get some nasty fluid in it. I'm not saying all colored coolants are nasty, but pretty much no matter what, if a colored coolant spends enough time in your loop, it's gonna like become a part of the plastics basically. So
Yeah,
since this is a whole case that's a distro, I think with my Spectra I've never put a colored coolant in it. I think I'm gonna keep the Wraith the same way.
yeah, because it's kind of inevitable, especially when it comes to any red. Red is like the ultimate.
And since it is like my living room PC, like will be that, or I plan on mounting it on the wall. Maybe I'll make a video on how I ended up mounting it, because it should look pretty nice in the living room with all the TV and everything. However, I still wouldn't want to have to like tear this thing apart that often and maintain it. I mean, like I showed you guys, I do have the nice little drain positioned there, so it shouldn't be too bad to maintain. However, like I was saying about colored coolants, they spend enough time in the loop, they pretty much become part of the plastics at some point. So that means like total tear down, cleaning inside the distro and everything. But overall, I think super well designed for MITX water cooled chassis. Those fans are pretty dang bright. The whole cable thing, this is what really blows my mind. So, like, all of the cables for everything are in there, like, behind that cover. And I think I mentioned it before last week, how I don't know how anyone would fit SSDs in there, but I don't know where you put the cables. I guess maybe you could run a 20-pin outside of it then, but that seems kind of funny in my opinion. They kind of, you hide everything under there, but I also put my fans up in there. All the RGB connectors kind of meet up there. Everything, it comes straight out of the PSU behind the GPU there, and then straight up into that cover. So kind of seamlessly integrates all of your nasty cables and whatnot into one slot, which I think is really nice. So overall, cable management is like superb with how simple it is. And you do want to make sure you order custom length cables just like you would for the Spectre, purely because there still isn't like a ton of room. Like, I got mine from Cable Mod, so you technically can only go by every 50 millimeters or 5 centimeters. So you can't get them that close. So I'm pretty sure, like, Daniel would tell you, like, to the millimeter what you have to make each wire if you wanted to know. However, it doesn't need that. That cable cover does do pretty well. You can hide the excess stuff if you have a little bit of excess, but you definitely would not want to have some full-length cables in here because you'd have a bad time.
Yeah, sitting there, wind them up.
Well, and even like getting the I want to tuck this cable up. This cable, like all your cables behind here. So since these are RGB fans, that's never gonna work. You can barely see that cable, but you really kind of gotta work with your cables a lot to get them to stay tucked behind places, because there is no back there. Like there is no going back there and like tucking it away. Like when you're putting this all in, it's all gotta be hidden away. Otherwise, good luck. As you saw, my fingers don't really fit in there. Otherwise, I was gonna say it fits everything really nice. As far as like plumbing everything up, I would still be pretty apprehensive about using hard tubing unless you have a ton of fittings available, like ready to go. Angle adapters, extensions, everything. You can totally hard tube this, and it wouldn't be too bad, especially with the way I was showing people to assemble it, because all the exterior panels come up super quick. So you'd essentially just put it together piece by piece. And, you know, you do have to put it together in the right steps. Soft tubing helps a little bit with that. However, still just getting your fingers in places to tighten up fittings can be quite challenging.
Well, like you were saying last week, it's probably best to like run some of your runs when it is partially dismantled, so that way, you know, you're not sitting there trying to fit your fingers in those small parts. At least you could, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
measure out, bend your tubing.
Just run behind the GPU, like, I don't know, yeah, it gets pretty dark back there. However, that one is just, yeah, it's so far back in there that you have to put that fitting, you have to get that fitting tight before you ever get the GPU on. Like, you really won't get your hand in there if the GPU's in it.
Yeah.
So it is a puzzle, but honestly for me, it's part of the fun. It is frustrating, but the more frustrating, the more rewarding it can be at the end, as long as you get to the end. And I think we did make it, boys and girls. What do you think? You guys like the build? You hate it? How do you feel about it?
I say overall, like, it turned out great. I mean, with the design that we chose for UV printing on it, I think it like really fits together with all the black and white and grays in it, and then the tubing really ties it together too with all the colors too. I mean.
Yeah, I'm still debating about, just because I guess if I would have found matte black fittings, maybe then it would have been a little bit. But I may one day switch that to gloss black tubing. Just because I'm not 100% sold on the matte yet. But it is nice. It's the alpha cool stuff. Some people might say it's EKCMT, and I just was wondering. However, it is not. It's alpha cool. I had the part number in the last video. So
Yeah.
check the last stream on this last week's, and you can get that tubing.
No, Nori, he's in his garage.
What's that? Oh yeah, the echoes.
Yeah, Nori says it sounds like you're in a submarine.
In a submarine, yeah. Well, I used OSB to sheet my garages, so it is echoey in here. Maybe next week we'll take a look inside or something when I mount this thing on the wall, and that won't be as echoey. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
let us know in the comments, guys, what you think of the build. I think
Show the back side of the build. They want to see the
what side?
the back of it. No, the back of your case. With the distro. Show the distro.
Oh, the distro side. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me move the keyboard.
I assume that's. They said.
Just gotta spin it around.
So they want to see the back. Get it? Yeah. Get a lazy Susan. Just set it on and have it rotate.
Yeah, I do have one of those rotating things. I guess I didn't think ahead enough. It's kind of tough to see. Maybe I need the lights better. There's a lot of light. Like, it's really hard to show with a camera because it's all acrylic. So
Yeah.
the glare is ridiculous. I mean, we can try to get closer, but it doesn't help that all the RGB lights are changing colors.
Yeah. You said that you could set a LED strip on that back side right there, right? Basically right where you
So
were.
this is the, and you can put one right here. There's room for a strip there, and I can actually, that's really easy to do. I mean, you kind of got to loosen up the GPU just because it's fixed to your back angle. After you loosen up your GPU, you can just pull this off. I will have to tell you guys, there could be a part 5 if you want to make a hole. I didn't have to rewrite it out, but it's coming. I ordered one on eBay.
So you did order it. Yeah, Riley was asking if you got it.
I mean, I wouldn't actually be doing too much, but you don't even have to disconnect the tubes in order to get the GPU loosened up for that. So I'll just kind of be a quick thing, and I guess, do you know, Garrett, do we have the RGB strips for this? Because I also need one for this. There's a spot, it's not in, obviously it's not right here in the dill, but in this part of the front.
Yeah.
Will be RGB accented too. Well, I do have a strip in there, it's just not the RGB, so I couldn't plug it in yet.
I mean, we definitely have like the DRGB strips that he sells, but
He sells, you should send me 2 of them, I guess.
well, he used to have those ones that were the actual PCBs, and I don't.
Yeah, that's what these are made for, is the PCBs, but I don't think it would matter.
Well, yeah, and I don't think he makes them or sells them anymore because we don't have them anymore. We just have regular strips. So I mean, I guess he sold them just as good
I
enough.
did like those PCB things, but I mean, at the end of the day, they did limit you sometimes too. If you wanted, like, if you wanted to press the corner,
Yeah.
then obviously the PCB was never going to work. So I do. I think I'll just use his. I really like how he sleeves all this stuff. Really nice. I think it was forever ago that I installed them. Actually, I think the case comes with a regular strip. Maybe now that this is the first Wraith version. I think the new version that you buy now, this is the event link. I believe the new one
Actually has a strip inside of it.
RGB strip.
Probably. Let's
I
see.
doubt he uses the. I highly doubt he uses any kind of regular RGB anymore since the times are changing. So, no, definitely let us know, guys, how you like the build. You can buy it or rate from us. Do we have some in stock, don't we, Garrett?
We currently have 3 left in stock, and actually, because you have version 1, right? I think we have version 1 also, but they are actually discounted.
They're discounted. Okay, so you can buy this version. The only thing that really changed is he made it compatible with DTX. It's DTX and something else.
Yeah, ITX and DTX.
Yeah, so it's ITX, DTX, something like that. So that's the only difference. So I guess we do have a DTX board, which I guess is like popular now, apparently. I don't. I have an MITX. It's like Z370, so it's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Works perfectly. I don't know. I love it. If you want a nice, classy MITX water-cooled rig, they're really like, once you're done with it all, like, I mean, obviously the case. How much is it discounted? How much is this first version discounted?
For that version that's discounted is $559.20.
59.
Yes.
That's actually not bad at all for, in my opinion, what you get. Like, with the way hardware goes these days, like, I have a 1070 and, like, what the hell do you put in a Z370? I think I have, like, an 8500K or something. I don't know. But it's, like, plenty. I could honestly use this for my next. Really, look at how nice and compact this whole thing is. Like, if we're going to go to a LAN, this is definitely the case that I would bring.
Yeah, and honestly, that's one of the reasons why I like that over the Spectres, because we had that at QuakeCon. The giveaway we did was the Spectre, and like just moving that thing from like
gosh, dude,
to like where it was like, oh god.
The problem, and even part of the problem is like you can't just like grab that case and just like pick it up any old willy-nilly way.
Yeah, you have to grab it in certain areas.
Yeah, you can only grab it in certain spots, and I put 2 60mm radiators in mine, so it just weighs a ton. This thing is actually not bad at all. Like, I put the biggest radiators you can. It's 240 by 30mm. I don't know what MITX case. Like I said on last stream, I modded that bullet ball mini ITX, and I had to rebuild the whole case just to fit this much radiator. And I'm pretty positive the Evolve MITX is at least as big as this, if not bigger than this case.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right on that. I
mean, if you guys are going for his compact build, obviously there's definitely more compact MITX cases than the Wraith. However, if you want something where you can bolt in your water cooling hardware, and like I do have a few different fittings in here, you might want to consider ordering some stuff to make it work. But other than that, I didn't cut a single panel. I didn't touch it. I didn't have to drill it. Didn't have to make room for nothing. It all fits.
Yeah, it's because it came from Daniel. It's all thought out. If there's an issue, he's normally thought about it.
Covering more about that, especially once I get done with my Spectre too. Although, I mean, I have built it plenty now. I'm just gonna want to do a video kind of detailing what it is to have an actual case dedicated to water cooling and what's it like to work in. Because in my opinion, it makes a world of difference. After coming from sitting in garages like these and cutting apart cases that are like, you know, they are good cases, but they're just so close and often like they just don't quite work with water cooling. Whereas Daniel's pretty much thought of everything. He's been doing this long enough. He does know quite a lot. So
yeah.
Overall, I think it's worth what you spend, especially if you pick up one of those discount ones. You said we have at least one of those? One of these?
No, those ones actually I think we have, well, I don't say quite a few. Let me see. I can tell you. Give me a second.
Okay. If I had $500 later on, I would straight up buy one because, I don't know, I feel like these cases are definitely going to hold their value for one, but two, it's going to be a case that you can just build in for years to come. Like, I don't see why people always assume that when you build a new computer, you just buy a new case. I plan on using this Wraith and my Spectre for many years. I'm just going to keep, obviously hardware is going to change, but
Yeah, if it's a decent case, you just keep building in it. We have 7 left of that version. We used to have a whole bunch, but I think since they've been discounted, they've kind of been going pretty quick. So.
Okay, bonus follow-up question, Garrett. How much would it cost to have them get something UV printed like that, like I did?
UV printed like that?
Because, like, I do have it on the interior panels too. It's hard to see through the glass now.
Yeah, we did.
Most are two-sided. I guess the bottom is like the bottom panel there. The inside bottom is painted or UV printed, but the bottom isn't.
To do that full thing, as much as we did,
How much would we be looking at?
I'd say probably like 150 roughly for all of them. I mean,
well, would you be able to say that you straight up, if you bought one of the old Spectre or Wraith, one of the old Wraiths for $700 total, you could have it UV printed on?
Yeah, that should be no problem.
And you'd have a Wraith. I think it's dope. James Nickel has also a Wraith, or is that what he's building right now? He's building a Spectre.
Spectre is going to be the new one.
But he built a Wraith, and he had you do a bunch of UV printing on it, didn't he?
Yeah, we did.
He had that painted.
No, he had some. We UV printed on it. We did like the Joker cards on the back that had our logo and EKs
Right. So
and.
there was some. It wasn't as extreme as mine, obviously.
No.
I got every panel painted or
Yeah.
printed on. However, like Garrett said, like $150, and you could have a whole custom. Because you can get it. I think the new version comes in white and black. The old version is only black, right?
The new version is black and silver.
Oh, silver? Dang, I wouldn't honestly mind the silver at all. But if you don't like the black or silver options, consider having Garrett do something like this, because I really like how this came out. I ended up putting gloss paint on it, but that's something you could do yourself too. But I think even just straight out the UV printer, it turned out very nice.
Yeah, nice aesthetic design to it and whatnot.
Yeah, just simple, something that's, I don't know, I haven't seen that kind of design yet on a computer. I'm sure someone's done it somewhere, but whatever. Yeah. I like it too. So, alright folks, like I said, post in the comments what you thought of the build. Maybe you'll see a little bit more next week on it, or like when I said I've finally mounted on the wall and stuff, because some of you guys doing home PCs and stuff might be interested in how to mount a PC to a wall. So let us know otherwise, and subscribe for more. If you like this video, if you liked it. You got anything else, Garrett?
No, nothing else really.
Have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Happy water cooling.
Yeah, we'll most likely see you next week. One of us will do something. I know.
Yep, we'll be around. So we'll catch you then.
Yep. See you guys next week.
Appreciate you showing up.